Hey guys, it's Abhiram here. Welcome back to another episode of Drive Terrain. Today we're looking at the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. This is the latest WL generation after the previous successful WK2 generation. So from the WL generation onwards, we now get a 2-row and 3-row Grand Cherokee. So this is the 3-row long wheelbase derivative. So it is 127 millimeters longer compared to your standard 2-row Grand Cherokee. Now I actually did a video on this car a while back, so about 2 years ago, so a detailed walk around of the exterior and the interior. So you can check that video out if you want a lot of detailed information. However, I still will keep it short and go through the exterior and the interior in this video as well. But this video is mainly about the driving opinions of the 5.7 Hemi V8 under the hood. So coming to the front end of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L, you get the iconic Jeep 7-slat grille here in the front. You've got full LED headlamps with LED DRLs as well. In fact, they do come on when you come near the car with the key in your pocket. So yeah, it looks very nice. The paint color that this is finished in is called Zenith Silver. It does look pretty nice. And when the car is actually lifted off completely from the ground, so the 28 centimeters of clearance height, that's when you get that mean and imposing look from the front. And yeah, this does have quite a lot of road presence. Like you see one behind in the rear view mirror, yeah, you know something big is coming. Coming to the side profile of the Grand Cherokee L, well, you can see that from the size, it is pretty massive. It's really long. So yeah, length definitely is a thing with the long wheelbase version. Coming to the wheels, well, you get 21-inch alloy wheels on this Summit Reserve model, which as you can see, it does look pretty stunning. You do get keyless entry and go, so if you keep your hand in the door sensors, it will unlock. And if you close the door and place your finger on these sensors, it will lock the car as well. Other than that, you get a Grand Cherokee badging over here. You've got side steps to board the vehicle as well. So when the car is completely lifted off the ground, that does come useful. Other than that, you've got a gentle dose of chrome going throughout on the roof line. This is actually a dual tone paint, so you have black for the roof and you have Zenith Silver for the bodywork. So it does look pretty good. And yeah, that really is it for the side profile. Coming to the rear end of the Grand Cherokee L, well, styling is quite minimalistic. So you get these full LED taillights here at the back. You do get the non-amber indicators as well, being an American car, true American fashion. You get the 4x4 badge over here. You've got a Summit badge over there. And overall, from the back, it does look quite big. You know, not much going on in terms of styling. You've got dual exhausts, I believe, yes. So you've got the chrome tips around them as well. And now let's look at the boot space. So it does come with an electronic tailgate. So you just click that and it will open right up. So boot space is actually quite big on the Grand Cherokee L. Well, it's a long wheelbase car. With the second and third row of seats up, you have 490 liters of boot space. With the third row folded down, you get a bigger 1,330 liters of boot space. And with the second and third row folded down, you get a massive 2,400 liters of boot space, which is pretty huge. There's a lot of buttons that help you do these different functions. So you have buttons here to fold the second and third row electronically. So you get 2R, 2L, 3R and 3L for all of these seats. And other than that, well, you've got a small space here to store some stuff. So you've got your fire extinguisher and roadside assistance kit. Other than that, well, there is a 12-volt charging socket here as well. And the way you close the boot on a Grand Cherokee is actually different from a lot of other cars. So normally you would find that button somewhere up there. But in a Grand Cherokee, that's not how it is. In a Grand Cherokee, you have a button here, which if you click, will actually help you close the boot. So that again, I believe is a bit more conveniently placed, so you can easily close the door. So what does it feel like inside the interiors of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L? Well, it's very luxurious. You've got a mixture of rich materials all throughout. So you've got this beautiful open pore oak wood going on the dash. It looks really nice. You've got this chrome lining around it as well. And that beautifully transitions to the Palermo leather that is wrapped around here as well for the seats as well. And these are actually hand wrapped and quilted seats, and they are incredibly comfortable. Coming to the actual center screen here itself, there's a lot going on. First of all, you have buttons here to disable your safety systems, and you have your park assist button. And this particular Grand Cherokee L gets an additional option for the passenger side screen. That's 10.25 inches, does come with Bluetooth connectivity, navigation. You can connect headphones to it, and it does come with Amazon Fire TV as well. That again has a special coating which doesn't enable the driver to see it, so I can't be driving and looking at that. It doesn't let me do that. Only the passenger can actually look at the screen. Coming to the center screen right here, we get a 10.1-inch Uconnect 5 touchscreen infotainment screen, which comes with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Does come with Bluetooth connectivity as well. I'm a Uconnect 4 user, so Uconnect 5 I think is much more advanced. It's a bit more technologically compatible compared to Uconnect 4, and it definitely is a big step for the Uconnect platform. I've said this multiple times, like Uconnect is one of the easiest to use infotainment systems in cars these days. Like I've been in a car the other day where it's difficult to find the controls for anything. I mean, in this, everything is very neatly integrated. It has Apple CarPlay. The way everything is laid out is perfect. So coming to the actual screen, well, it does come with navigation. You have a lot of menu options. You have something cool called fan cam, where you can actually click on that and view the camera for each passenger, so second row and the third row. Then you have your media, comfort. So in comfort you have, well, your air conditioning controls, but the most important thing is that there are also physical controls for everything: the AC fan speed, the temperature, the different modes. Everything has physical buttons, and I applaud Jeep for that, because not a lot of manufacturers do that these days. Kudos to you, Jeep. That is a really good touch. You do have a massage menu as well. So the massage button is actually located on the door card right here. So if you click on that, it will engage the massage option, which does come with waterfall, lower back extend, low extend, and rock climb as different modes of massage. And all of them feel nice. My personal favorite is rock climb. I think it's pretty good. The seats, by the way, are 16-way power adjustable for both the driver and the passenger. It does come with heating and ventilation as well. So yeah, in our weather, the ventilation is definitely more useful. Then you have your navigation, which is actually pretty smooth, nothing to complain about. Your normal Uconnect navigation. You have Apple CarPlay, which again is a very nice and bright screen. Coming to the steering wheel, it feels incredibly good in the hand. It's leather wrapped. I believe the finishing could have been a bit better, but again, nothing to complain about. It's got this beautiful wood finishing as well. You've got some chrome going on. You've got piano black. Overall, it feels very rich and luxurious. You've also got this Jeep badge over here. You've got some contrast stitching going on over here. Also on the dash, as you can see, looks really nice. You've got your buttons for your digital instrument cluster here on the left, and on the right you've got your buttons for the active drive assist feature, which again works really well, more of which I'll talk about in the driving segment. And other than that, you've got actually a pretty big digital instrument cluster here in the front. You can adjust the different views by clicking on the OK button. So you have your regular analog view and you have your digital view as well, and you can cycle through the different pages. So you have vehicle info, which shows your fuel economy. You have trip info, you have navigation, you have off-road, and that's basically it. And also you do get a heads-up display in the front as well, which shows you the active speed warnings as you cross the speed signboards, and it shows you your speed as well. So overall, from a driver perspective, it's very well equipped. Here below you've got your AC controls, your buttons for your heated and cooled seats. You've got two USB-C ports, two USB-A ports, an HDMI port for streaming to the passenger side screen. Yes, you can stream whatever you want using HDMI. And you've got some space here, so this does come with Qi wireless charging compatibility. Then down here in the middle section, you have your gear rotary dial, so park, reverse, neutral, drive. Your different drive modes: rock, sand / mud, snow, auto, and sport. So you have these different toggles here for those. And this actually is a control for your air suspension, which can actually be adjusted to 5 different levels depending on the mode that you're in. But even as you want, you can adjust it using this toggle right here. Coming down below, you have your hold button, which is for auto hold, which is a very useful feature when you're stopped at a traffic light. 4-wheel drive low. You've got hill descent control as well. You've got illuminated and chilled actually cup holders here in the center, which is pretty nice. And here we got a very spacious center console box. So you have actually 2 racks, one for keeping some basic stuff, and you have a cooled fridge here as well in the middle. So overall, it is big on practicality. And as for the sound system, this does come with a 19-speaker, 950-watt Macintosh premium sound system. It comes with a 10.1-inch subwoofer as well. And if you're someone who likes your songs and you are an audiophile, then yeah, this definitely is an option to go for. It sounds amazing. Coming to the top, you do have a panoramic sunroof as well, which can be opened. You do get the controls for all of them placed over here, so you can retract the shade, you can open it as a vent, you can open glass as well. And yeah, I mean overall the materials used all throughout the cabin is quite premium, and it does feel like an expensive product in here. So what's it like in the second row of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L? Well, actually, it's pretty spacious in here. I've got enough knee room. I've got enough wiggle space for my feet. Under thigh support is also not bad. I've got enough headroom as well. Overall, it does feel pretty spacious in here. As for amenities here in the back, well, you've got, first of all, a rear seat entertainment screen, which I believe is 10.1 or 10.25 inches. It does come with Amazon Fire TV as well. You can also adjust the climate control from the vehicle icon over here, so you can actually adjust the temperature and the fan speed for the rear AC as well. It's pretty nice, it's really good. And the AC does cool, it does cool properly. Like, I can feel the AC doing its job, even with the door open right now for filming. So AC is pretty good. And here in the center, you get controls for the air conditioning. So temperature adjustment for both the passengers at the rear. You got AC fan speed adjustment as well. And also seat heating and ventilation for both the passengers at the back, which is really nice. In terms of actual connectivity, you also get like USB-C ports, 2 of them, 2 USB-A ports, and a 150 watt charging socket. And that is an actual plug, by the way, which means you can use it to like power camping equipment or even to charge your phone. So overall, it is quite well equipped here in the back. And again, ambient lighting is there all throughout the cabin, and it has, I believe, like 5 different colors which you can adjust. So overall, it does feel really premium in here. You've got that beautiful branding of Macintosh on the speakers, and the hand wrapped and quilted seats again continue to the rear as well. And it feels like a very rich and premium place to be. And that's exactly what a car of this price segment and a Grand Cherokee L Summit Reserve should feel like. This does get the panoramic sunroof as well, which means it lets a lot of light into the cabin by just opening the flaps, and does give a bit more roominess into the cabin. You also do get a foldable center armrest with 2 cup holders as well, so that's good for keeping a cup of karak. Again, really nice. And overall, yeah, pretty satisfactory in the back. So what's it like in the third row of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L? Well, first let's find out how to access the third row in the Grand Cherokee L. So first, well, you open the door, and then there's actually a small lever here which shows exactly what it's going to do. So if you pull this right here, it's going to actually tumble the seats. Well, not tumble, but actually slide it forward. So just click that, and it will basically allow you to slide the seats forward. And once you do that, you can basically just enter the third row. So yep, once you do that, you basically need to fold down the seats by yourself. So just do that, and there you go. So this is what it's like in the back. So again, sitting onto the more smaller side over here, there is decent leg room. Again, leg room is not too bad. The knee room is also fine. You do get headrests here at the back as well. So again, they are foldable. They do the job. Back here, well, you have 1 cup holder in the third row. You've got a USB-C port and a USB-A port. So what is the Grand Cherokee L like to drive? Well, under the hood you get a 5.7 litre Hemi V8 which produces 357 horsepower and 528 Newton meters of torque. And it is a pretty powerful and punchy unit. It's mated to an 8-speed ZF sourced automatic, and honestly the combo is not that bad. It does deliver you that shift, that downshift when you need it, so it is pretty responsive. So put my foot down, yeah, it climbs effortlessly though, so no problems as such. Well, the ride and comfort, so let's talk about handling first. This thing is long, it's wide, it's quite heavy as well, so it's more happy sitting in cruise control at like 120 than actually chucking it into corners. So yeah, I mean, it's a car made for long distance comfort and made to carry 6 or 7 passengers in comfort. So handling is not something that you buy a Grand Cherokee L for. Then what about comfort then? So comfort is not bad. So you get Jeep's Quadra Lift air suspension on this Grand Cherokee L, so you don't have regular coil springs. And it is pretty comfortable, it does soak up all of the bumps on the road. The thing is that at very low speeds, for example, like going over bumps like these, or, well, small imperfections in the road, you can actually start to feel them. But overall, it's pretty comfortable, it's a very smooth and planted ride. Coming to the steering, well, it does have some decent feedback. You can adjust the feedback using the different modes. So you have normal, sport, and comfort. So you can go to the infotainment system and adjust that. So that will give you different feedback for the steering wheel. What else? Fuel economy, not great. It does show the active fuel economy as about like 7 to 8 kilometers per liter, or sometimes even 10 kilometers per liter. So this V8 actually has something called cylinder deactivation technology. So the V8 is needed when you need the power, but when cruising it deactivates 4 of the cylinders, so you have better fuel efficiency. So that's good. But again, I mean, I'm getting like somewhere between 5 to 6 kilometers per liter. Coming to the seats, they're actually pretty comfortable. I mean, I haven't been able to find my ideal position in these seats, but they do come with quite a lot of features. For example, you have heating and ventilation, 16-way power adjustment, you have massage function as well, and there's also memory as well. So you can truly customize the seat the way you want it to be. Visibility is okay all around. I mean, you've got a digital rear view mirror as well, so you just pull this back, you can actually see what's going on behind you. So if you have people sitting in the third row, it doesn't block your vision. And even the way it's like keeping me in the lane. So normally when you have like lane keep assist, it is pretty intrusive, but in this car it does slight minor adjustments if you're going out of the lane, and that's what you want, because that's what you normally do when you go out of the lane. So if I'm going slightly out of the lane right now, it pushes me back into the lane, which is actually pretty cool. And this does have the active drive assist as well, which is like basically adaptive cruise control plus lane keep assist, and that's really good for these long Abu Dhabi journeys, for example, where you need to sit in a straight line for a long time. I mean, I think the Laredo trim, or the Overland trim I think it's called, has a smaller size for the wheels, so that's definitely gonna help with the ride. So chucking it into a, not a corner but a roundabout, yeah, it definitely moves around. Yeah, it definitely does move around. So, final thoughts on the Grand Cherokee L. Who is this car for? Well, if you have a big family and you need a third row of seats with enough space, so not just to keep kids in the third row, because, well, a lot of SUVs do that where you have no space in the third row. But this does have decent space in the third row. But otherwise, just get the 2-row Grand Cherokee, because that's more than enough, and that will do the job for you. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and like this video, share it with your friends, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.